Good day, and welcome back to the Vitality Project. I'm Dr. Bob. Appreciate you taking the time to join me today. Thank you. Yesterday, we suggested this idea of uncommon sense as opposed to common sense. Uncommon sense that seems to go hand in hand with our whole variety of personal addictive behaviors. We've been talking about these as enslaving behaviors. And I think it's possible that some of us maybe have no clue about what we do with these enslaving behaviors, again and again, repeating them, even though they stir up trouble in our lives. But I also believe that there are just as many, if not more of us, who do have a clue. But that clue or that understanding is simply not enough to get us to stop whatever the problematic behavior is. I wonder if you can relate to this. Now, we've identified a vicious cycle at the heart of many, if not most, of our addictive behaviors and even our addictive attitudes. And the shorthand for that cycle goes like this. I don't feel great about myself. That stresses me out, even if it's secretly, it stresses me out. And then I do whatever I can to feel less pain. And this is where we introduce addictive substances, addictive behaviors, and even addictive attitudes. Now, most of us have heard about triggers for addiction. The 12-step programs, for example, refer to people, places, and things for starters when it comes to talking about triggers. But in my clinical experience, as well as personal experience over all these years, are far more powerful and I think way more common trigger for most of us has to do with our internal environment rather than our external environment. People, places, and things, that's important. But what's going on inside may actually be more important to get a handle on. So what do I mean by this internal environment? What I want you to do today is to make a list of people, places, and things that trigger your resorting to unhealthy coping mechanisms, which is one of the terms we've used now to describe addiction or enslavement. Unhealthy coping mechanisms. Look at people that trigger your turning to unhealthy coping mechanisms. Look to places or situations. Look to things that do that. But after you do that, I want you to self-reflect a little bit deeper. And now what I want you to do is to identify any internal states of mind. This would include your emotions, which when they're present, or let's say on the front burner, lead more often than not to your doing things, saying things, thinking things that you later regret. And now we're talking about unhealthy coping mechanisms. In other words, in the presence of these emotions or these internal states of mind, you simply cannot help yourself when you're triggered by them. This, by the way, is my understanding of enslavement. And these things that we're examining are your and my addictions. So we're going to be following up on this to talk much more about triggers. Okay, let's try this exercise. Let's see what you discover. In the meantime, I want to thank you again for taking part of your day to join me here at the Vitality Project. I appreciate it. Between now and when I see you again, please stay safe, be healthy and well. And I look forward to seeing you hopefully tomorrow.